I just need them to know for the record that I have been told, and I know that people who are making everybody turned to the internet to make money for a living because working in a job was mental hell because it was the Matrix and it was fake. It would be a program that would develop the employment where they were working. So it was a huge annoyance because your boss and your coworkers and customers and everybody was a fraud. It was all fake. It was all a phony. The only jobs that were real were when they were on maybe PayPal or a banking system, and even then, still the coworkers and their boss and a majority of the calls were phony and mistimed or wrongly timed. So the majority of their job was a facade. So they were forced to work facade jobs, and the system would hope and pray that they could lie to it good enough to keep them in a ignorant or a denial state that it was actually a facade. Now here's the big thing. Internet business. Everybody eventually turned because they would not stop scheming. The people could not stop scheming to get out of their facade employments or, their miserable lives. They could not stop scheming. So for decades, they would scheme and scheme and scheme, and usually they would end up coming up with some sort of internet business where they'd sell cosmetics or they'd sell a service or they'd, take their job to the next level on the internet. Here's where they got ripped off. They all got ripped off because it's impossible for them to meet at exact timing. So if other people in the Matrix were ordering your product, they would have to set it up staged. You wouldn't get paid. You'd get 1% of your orders, maybe. If you had a YouTube business, you get 1% of your YouTube views. It's huge. Everybody was poor. Nobody made money. Nobody was financially secure. I'd be surprised if even people like Mark Zuckerberg actually got paid for their Facebook or Twitter or all these programs that were set up on the backs of scheming poor people, and they're kept forever in the system, the Matrix, recycling over and over again these lifetimes, and nobody got paid. Nobody. If it was a lottery, these people died miserable. Google and YouTube have databases full of people that have committed suicide and that would make vlogs on how they're suicidal and they were genius. If you look into their lives and you actually review their lives, you would see that they should have made the money because they were genius minds forced to scheme for years to get financially safe, and the system wouldn't pay them. I could invent Twitter today and it would be in the Matrix forever with faulty accounts stacking numbers and digits. It is horrible, guys. This Matrix is death and suicide, and they need to know. They need to know.